Welcome back everyone, Todd Federman from Montclair State. In this video I'm going to show you a technique called Spotlight where you can focus an audience's attention on a specific part of your slide. Let's take a look at a very complicated slide. I use this slide in class to talk about how when a business can segregate its audience and its customers into people who are price insensitive, perhaps they can charge very high prices, for example in the theater. But there's so much information on this slide, I want to focus the audience on a specific area. So look what happens when I click. I've grayed out most of the information and I've highlighted in white the fact that there are some very expensive seats. This technique is called a spotlight. Let's see how we create a spotlight. I'm not going to read all of this to you. You can, if you want a copy of this, you can send me an email at the end and I'll send you all the instructions, or you just take a snapshot of this later. So let me then go through these steps one at a time and I will recreate the spotlight effect for you. Okay, I've got my information. Now I need to go into normal mode so I can work on the slide. First thing you need to do is add a rectangle to this shape. So I'm going to insert. We're going to go to shapes. We're going to go to rectangle. And I'm going to add a rectangle. We're going to make it bigger in a minute. I want to remove the outline of the shape. Now you don't see the ribbon, so I'm going to click home and pin the ribbon so it's open so I can work with the ribbon a little easier. Okay, I want to remove the outline of this. So I'm going to click Format, and I'm going to go Shape Outline, and I'm going to remove the outline so there's no edge. I want to change the color to black, so I'm going to format the shape. I'm going to go to Fill, and then I'm going to turn it into black. Next I have to make it slightly transparent, so I'm going to the transparency slider, crank it up to about 30. And that's how you're going to gray things out. Now I've got to enlarge this so it covers the entire slide. I'm going to drag the edges over to the side. I'm going to drag the top over the top of the slide. I'm going to drag the entire thing up and move it down. I'm going to move a little bit to the left. Make it even bigger so it really overlaps the entire slide. So now you've got a big gray box covering the entire thing, covering the entire slide. Let's make sure we got the whole bottom of the slide covered. We're good. Okay, now I need to create a white area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shape to this and I'm going to turn it white. Okay, so we need to insert a shape. Now I'm going to pick a rectangle with the rounded corners. I'm going to go to the upper left-hand corner of what I want to highlight, and I'm going to drag and click, and that's going to be the size of my spotlight. Next, I have to combine this new rectangle with the gray background, and I'm going to say get rid of this new rectangle. Make it an open space. So to do that, I need to merge these shapes. First thing we're going to do is select the gray rectangle. Then I'm going to hold down the Shift. I've clicked on the gray rectangle. Then I'm going to hold down the Shift and I'm going to click on the blue rectangle as well. Now I need to merge these two shapes together, and to do that we're going to go to Format, then we're going to merge the shapes together, and we are going to subtract, which means cut out. Look what happens when I hit. I'm going to subtract the little rounded edge rectangle. Okay. All that's left now is to animate it. So I'm going to click this new merge shape, which has, it's one big piece. It's the gray background plus the white rectangle that's been cut out is now been merged into one item. I'm going to go to animation, and let's look at the animation pane. Let's get rid of format shape. I want to add an animation now. I'm going to have this fade in. Okay, let's go to slideshow mode. We have a complicated slide. I want to focus my audience's attention. I'm going to click one more time. And I've zoomed everybody's attention into a specific spot on the slide using Spotlight. Okay, Todd Federman here. Please, if you have any questions or have any other things you'd like to see in terms of what we can do with PowerPoint, please contact me at the email address that you see on the screen. I hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to perhaps more videos appearing in the future. Take care.